after the 6th day of fall Navratri. Start with Jai Ganesh. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Mata Jai Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Deva. Mata Jai Parvati Pita Mahadeva. So this is Saturday, and Mother Kali loves her children very much. She takes care of us. Sometimes she looks a little scary. But that's because she's taking care of us all the time with her weapons. So we're going to sing number 3, Chamundaye. So the words to this are Chamundaye, Kalima, Kalima. Okay? The first one might be a little hard. If I can find it, we'll play. I don't think we'll play that one. Because I can't find my fingers right now to that one. So we'll play something else. Let's do Jema. Okay. So those words are really easy. Jema, Jema, Jay Ananda Ma. So Ananda means happiness and bliss. So it's honor to Mother who brings us so much happiness and love. like stories? Great. That aside, if you wonder if all the, particularly children, would come up close to the, right up here, I'll be telling you a story. A little bit of water. Here's our big children growing up. Somebody, you want to sit up here near the big children? And June on her, the big boys. Some of our earlier one. Are your children coming back? Are your children coming back for the? They're down resting because we're going to give the gifts up here now. If you want to go get them. So this is a story. This is a story about one of Mother's many names. Here's another pillow for you, little sweetheart. So the beginning of this story, this is from a really big book. It's from the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam that actually talks about all thousands of her names. So the beginning of this chapter, the king who's being told all these stories, King Janamejaya, he says, I heard the Devi Parvati is also called Satatsi, which means 1,000 eyes. How many eyes do you have? 2. This mother has 1,000. So this is the story. How did she get this name? So a long time ago, before time out of our memory, when people lived very, very, very long lives, there was a demon, or a person, or an asura they're called. And they're the ones who often get angry at people and fight wars, and they want more than their share of things.
No, I wanna be like you.
I'm gonna tell a story. Oh, maybe Juniper will help.
I wanna like that one too.
Makasha, listen.
Makasha, that means
Listen.
me and see the smears because I already have my head.
We can share the pillows, and we're gonna listen to stories. And we can share the pillows.
Or if you want to go sit in Mommy's lap, you can too. Take a little nap. So this demon, he decided that, he noticed that all the energies, all the gods and goddesses, also called Devis and Devas, they get all of their energy from the fire ceremony that we just did and all the prayers that people say. And those prayers are all in some special books in this tradition called the Vedas. So he decided, if I could steal the Vedas from all of the gods and goddesses and from all the Brahmins and the people, good people like you, who do these ceremonies to support all the good energies in the cosmos, then I can be king. So that's what he did. His name is Durgama. Can you say that? Durgama. Yeah. So anyway, so Durgama knew that one of the ways to get this would be to say lots and lots of prayers. So he climbed up to this huge mountain called Mount Meru and sat there for thousands of years. Thousands of years. Can you imagine staying somewhere for thousands of years and don't say a word? Let's see, meditate in your meditation position. And he was like so strong about this. He didn't even breathe much. He just said the name. He said Jema inside, always calling him Mother, the Divine Mother, and also Lord Brahma. And after so many years, thousands of years, the Divine Mother came and she said, oh, and also Lord Brahma came and said, I'm so pleased with all your prayers, and it's called tapasya, when you sit in meditation and you really pray very, very hard for a long, long time. No eating, no breathing hardly at all, just a little bit once in a while. So it's very, very strict. So I'm very happy with all your prayers and tapasya, it's called. What would you like? Durgama said, I would like all the Vedas. So remember, Vedas are the books that have all the prayers in it that we say out at the fire ceremony and at all the other ceremonies, that then we offered the food to the fire ceremony, and then it nurtured all the gods and goddesses. So the Brahma, who was there, he was a little perturbed at this because he actually wrote the Vedas. And so he knew it was going to not come out well. But he had to say yes because he had done so much tapasya. So he gave the Vedas to Durgama. So what happened? Suddenly all the Brahmins and good people, they forgot all the prayers. And they forgot to do the fire ceremony every day like we do here. They forgot to say their prayers at night before they went to bed and in the morning when they woke up. And guess what happened? The whole world went into terrible situation. All of a sudden, the rain stopped falling. Remember, I was saying at the beginning of the fire ceremony that Babaji said it's the fire ceremony that brings the rain. So what happens if we don't have any rain?
Well, everything died. So tiny raindrops while the fire was going.
You felt some, oh good, great. But if Durgama took the Vedas, and we had no more ceremonies to say, and we didn't say our prayers, and no rain came, what might happen? Would the creeks all dry up, and we would have very much food to eat? So that's what happened. In the whole world, everybody was starving to death. And everybody was no rain and nothing was growing. It was horrible, horrible. And so finally, the wise people, the Brahmins and the Devas, actually the Devas ran away and hid, they were scared. But the wise people, they finally went up to that same mountain and started praying to the Divine Mother. So show me how you pray to the Divine Mother again. For many, many years they prayed, please Mother, come and help us. And that's a prayer you can always say when you're ever having a problem. Please Mother, come and help us. And she came. And she was so beautiful, she was shining like thousands of stars and moon. They could barely see, believe how beautiful she was. And she said, why are you all so sad? Why are you all so skinny? Haven't you eaten? And they explained to her that Durgama had taken all the Vedas and they weren't able to do any prayers, and that there was suffering everywhere. There was no food, no water, no rain. And you know what Mother did? She was so sad to see her children in such a state that she started crying. But she was crying so hard that suddenly she had 1,000 eyes to cry from. So every part of her body had eyes, and she cried and cried and cried so much that all the rivers started filling up with water again. And the vapors went up, and there are clouds, and then there was rain, and then when there's rain, and then in her hand she also had these beautiful seeds of vegetables, and she sprinkled them all around, and with this beautiful rain that came, all these vegetables grew. And so she gave them all vegetables, but that's how she got her name, Satakshi, which means the mother with 1,000 eyes, because she was so sad to see her children in such a pitiful state that she had all these eyes so that she could cry with everything and fill the world back up with water.
So sweet.
Then the final part of the story, though, is they all said, And the Devas all come, they go, well, this is great, Mother. Thank you so, so much. We're not starving to death and we can drink again. But how are we going to get the Vedas back? And so the Divine Mother said, don't worry. And then they heard Durgama. Remember, Durgama was the very big demon, Asura, the one who causes us to have not nice thoughts, suddenly appeared. And they're all scared. They say, oh, we're so scared, Mother, take care of us. He's so giant and so strong. And so Mother made a line of protection around them all and said, don't worry, you'll be all right. And then Mother went to face Durgama and all his huge army. And they had a big fight, and it was so big that all the arrows that were going back and forth, it blocked out the sun, it made it dark. And then the Divine Mother, out of her, because she was so upset that this Durgama had been so mean to her children, all these other mothers came out of her. And soon there were 1,000 mothers out there fighting all these demons and their troops. And finally, guess who won?
Mother. The gods.
The gods and mothers won. Thank goodness, huh? And they were able to get the Vedas, the Divine Mother got the Vedas back. So the Vedas are these sacred books. And if you look on the altar up there later, you can see Saraswati has books in her hands. And so then Durgama leaves, gets killed, and all his warriors. And then the Divine Mother comes to that circle of protection where her gods and goddesses and all the people who say their prayers are, and she hands them back the Vedas and said, now don't forget to always say your prayers. Jai Ma!
Jai Ma!
Jai Ma! And that's how so the end of the story is, so from then on, she was called Durga. Have you ever heard that name of the Divine Mother? That's how she got her name Durga, because she was the one who killed Durgama. So, Bole Baba Ki Jai. Hope you like that story. I love it. Yep, so that's one of her 1,008 names. So every time she has 1,000 names. Yeah, remember at the fire ceremony we said 108 of them? Every story, every name has a story like that behind it. But she actually has 1,008 stories, so we could sit here for years telling stories about the Divine Mother. Her book is this thick.
Can I go somewhere?
Excuse me?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Sure, of course. It's straight down the stairs, quickly. But you can take off your skirt if you want, so you don't trip. So, any other questions?
No.
Okay. Just looking for my bookmark. Any other questions from our audience? That was a modified story for our children, but hopefully we all got the same idea. Huh?
To go PT.
You have to, okay, quickly, because we're going to do the children's program now. They've all been great all the way through the fire.
I'm gonna go PT.
Okay. Hi, Paul. So Paul is here. He's our contractor who built all these buildings at the ashram. And his children grew up here forever also. They came to but now they live in Peonia and we miss them, and they're teenagers anyway, so probably busy. So happy Navratri.
Thank you.
So now what we're going to do is invite our children to come right up here near Maya. Maya, could you move? Let's move all the pillows, because we don't need pillows for this. And if children want their mommies or daddies to come up with them, or good friends, that's fine. So if you could all come up here, and we're gonna give you all gifts. Thank you. So the tradition with fall and spring Navratri is during this time we honor our children. In India, they're called Kumaras, they're boys. And it's honoring the fact that when we come into this world, the children are just pure light. And I think we forget after a while, and so that's why we get to do all these ceremonies, but children are pretty naturally this way. So we honor them with gifts like we would, just like we honor our Divine Mother every morning with a bath and gifts and things like that. So we have gifts for everybody. Can your children come forward? Somebody, I thought, did you want to get some of those gifts? Here, come sit up here in your, and I have some, so nice to have you all. Great. And we'll wait till the little boys come back. Selma, do you have some boys with you?
No, I just see like maybe like 2 kids down now.
Okay, well, we'll begin. Sangeeta, can you help give out little gifts? And anybody else, particularly, yeah, you want to come and help give out some gifts? You received them when you were smaller, right? No. So, we have them. And anybody that wants to help dress the girls and the boys when they get back. Where I can find a good place. So, you want to help lift it up? Are you putting more candy in?
Yeah.
Did you put candy in these?
Yes.
Oh, great. Here's one for you, sweetheart. Here's a boy's eye for you. There's another boy. Come on, sit up there. And grab a blue bag for yourself. And anybody that wants to help dress the girls and boys. Here's another little princess. So if you all can open your bags and take out the veils, and they have all been worn by the Divine Mother. Everybody get, and the malas are from the Divine Mother. The boys have lumis in their packages. That's what they like the best. Can I have one? See, why, could you also take a piece? And this is the veil. So if everybody can put their veils on. And then there should be a head. So there should be a head down.
It's the other way. Yeah. You got the design. Yeah. So this is the back. This is the front. So if you want to do it,
ever write in their journal?
Okay. It's just twisted a little bit. You want to try it?
Oh, okay.
Just this.
So when you come to the fire ceremony, you can wear these. Then
That's better.
you like that in a bracelet? Oh, great.
Me too.
This is your bag. Oh, yeah. You want a hat? Somebody want to come help? And then there's your bracelet.
And then I don't have any. I gave my candy to my big sister, but I can't have it right
So I think now the children are all dressed. Can everybody say Jai Ma? Jai Ma, you all look so beautiful. The Divine Mothers and our Divine Fathers. So thank you for being here with us. Bole Baba Ki Jai.